Hello my dear students, welcome to Julius Caesar Act 3 Scene 2 Explanation Part 1. This explanation will have 5 parts. Today I'll do part 1. So let's begin. The scene takes place in Rome, the Forum. Now what is this Forum? Forum is a multi-purpose, centrally located open area surrounded by public buildings. Here we see enter Brutus, Cassius. They enter with a crowd of plebeians. Plebeians are one of the democratic parties. They are known as plebeians. Now plebeians, we will be satisfied. Let us be satisfied. So it means that we want a satisfactory explanation that why Caesar was killed. If you give this, they are asking Brutus and Cassius to give a satisfactory explanation or reason for killing Caesar. Now Brutus, he says, then follow me and give me audience. He says to the plebeians that, okay, come with me and give me audience, hear me. If you want to know the reason that why we killed Caesar, come with us and quietly listen to our reason. Friends, Cassius, you go into the other street. Other street means there is a public place in the other street. You can address another half. I will address one half of the public. You will address another half of the public and part the numbers, divide the plebeians. Let me address one half, you address the other half. Those that will hear me speak, let them stay here. Those who want to hear from me, they stay here. And those that will follow Cassius, those who want to hear Cassius, you go with him. And those who want to hear me, they stay here. And the public reasons shall be rendered, and public will be given all the concerning reason, all the good points of Caesar's death. Plebeians, I will hear Brutus speak. So now the citizens, one by one, the first plebeian, any character, there is a huge crowd of people. So any one of them, he has been called as first plebeian. He says, okay, I want to stay here, I want to hear Brutus speak. Next, another plebeian says, I will hear Cassius and compare their reason. So he says that I want to compare, I will hear reasons from Cassius, and then I will tally when severely means here separately. When severely we hear them rendered given. Now Cassius exits with some of the plebeians. Brutus gets up on the platform. The third plebeian says, the noble Brutus is ascended. Silence. So Brutus has gone up to the platform. He is ready to speak. So he makes other silence. Now Brutus speaks. Be patient till the last line. Till the last part of my explanation, please be quiet. Romans, countrymen, and lovers, hear me for my cause, for my explanation, and be silent that you may hear. And silently, please don't create any disturbances. Silently hear me. Believe me for mine honor. For mine honor, I have a social respect. I hold a socially respectable position. So consider me on the basis of that. And please have respect to my honor that you may believe. And you have to believe whatever I say is the truth. Now Brutus continues. He says, censure me in your wisdom. Censure me, judge me. After hearing the explanation from the beginning till the end, then you judge me in your wisdom, using your wisdom. After that, you be the judge and awake your senses that you may better judge. You may better judge the power of your judgment. First, you hear me from the beginning till the end, then you use your judgment. If there be any in this assembly, any dear friend of Caesar's, to him I say that Brutus's love to Caesar was no less than his. So he says, in this assembly, in this gathering, in this crowd, any dear friend of Caesar, if there is a great supporter or lover or a friend of Caesar, especially to that person or to those people, I want to say that because I have murdered Caesar, because we have killed Caesar, it does not mean that we hate Caesar. Out of hatred we have killed him. No. But point to be noted is that Brutus loved Cassius as that person loves Caesar. Caesar was greatly loved by Brutus. Then he says, if then that friend demand, why Brutus rose against Caesar? So now that person, that friend of Caesar might ask me that if you loved him so much, if Caesar was such a great, such a close friend of yours, then why did you rise against? That means why did you go against Caesar? Why did you kill him? This is my answer. Not that I loved Caesar less, but that I loved Rome more. So if the comparison between love for Caesar and love for Rome is done, then my love for Rome is bigger or greater than my love for Caesar. Had you rather Caesar were living and die? Had you rather Caesar were living and die all slaves? Than that Caesar were dead to live all free men. So what you would have wanted? If Caesar would have been living, he would definitely turn into a dictator, a tyrant. So had Caesar been living, you would all have been turned into slaves. You all have been treated as slaves. Rather, what do you want? Caesar is dead and a free Rome, or you live as free citizens, or Caesar alive and you all lead a life of slaves. Then there is a question mark. He asks them their choice. What is the choice? Caesar alive, you become slave, or Caesar dead, you are free citizens. Again he says, as Caesar loved him, these are very beautiful lines spoken by Brutus. As Caesar loved me, I weep for him. My heart goes out to Caesar. I cry on his death. As he was fortunate, I rejoice at him. Here, fortunate means he was a successful conqueror. He has won many battles. So I always was happy on Caesar's conquest. As he was valiant, I honor him. As Caesar was courageous, brave, he was a very brave soldier, I honor him. I respect him for his valor, for his courage, bravery. But as he was ambitious, I slew him. I have killed him because he was ambitious. He had high aspirations. He wanted to attain that great position of dictatorship. He wanted to become a ruler who will rule on his own will, not in a democratic way. There is tears for his love. There is tears. I am sad that the person who has died, I loved him. He was a close friend of mine. Joy for his fortune, rise of fortune. He was fortunate enough to conquer or to fight battles. He was successful. So as he was fortunate, there was joy. I was happy for him. Honor for his valor. I respected him for his bravery, and death for his ambition. But I am not a blind friend. My love for Caesar is not a blind one. Death because he was ambitious. Who is here so base? So base, such a low person. Who is here such a mean person, having no self-respect? That would be a bondman, slave. Who is here ready? Who is here such a low mentality that he was ready to become slave of Caesar? If any, speak. For him have I offended. Then definitely I have done wrong to that person, because that person was ready to become a slave. And he asks a question among to the crowd that any one of you were ready to become a slave of Caesar? And if yes, then definitely I am your offender. Who is here so rude that would not be a Roman? Here rude means uncivilized. Here rude means uncivilized. Then he says that who in the crowd is so uncivilized, so savage, that would not be a Roman. Roman means a true Roman. A true Roman will always fight for the democracy of Rome. If any speak, for him have I offended. Definitely then I have offended that person. I have done wrong to that person. Who is here so vile, vile, vile means corrupted, that will not love his country? And who is here not a true patriot, does not love his country? If any speak, for him I offended. Definitely I have offended that person. I pause for a reply. So he says, I'll stop for a while for a reply. I'm stopping my speech. The questions that I've asked, these 3 points: who is here so low, who is here so rude, and who is here so vile? So these questions need to be answered. All. That there is a general shout. There is a general shout from the crowd, none, Brutus, none. Then Brutus says, then none I have offended. Then that means nobody has been wronged. I have done no more to Caesar than you shall do to Brutus. That means I have done no more, no wrong. Then I have done no wrong to Caesar than you shall do Brutus. To Brutus, that means the wrong done to me. That means I have killing Caesar, I have done no wrong. The question of his death is enrolled in the Capitol. Enrolled, recorded. His death, there is a record in the public record that it has been done in the Capitol. And his death has been recorded in a public record, a maintained record in Capitol. His glory not extenuated. Extenuated means made less. In the record we have glorified Caesar, wherein he was worthy. Now the question of his death, question here means reason. In the public record, everything has been detailed, it means entered in detail, recorded in detail. What are those details? His glory not extenuated, glory had not been belittled or made shown as very less, definitely wherein he was worthy. Wherein he was worthy? Where in the fields he deserved. Those points have been glorified. Nor his offenses, all his faults, here offenses means faults, enforced, for enforced means shown big, emphasized, exaggerated. His faults have been not exaggerated or shown bigger, for which he suffered death, for the reason he was killed. Now Antony enters with Caesar's body, as it was already decided by Brutus, that first he will speak, first he will clear or give clarification give reasons to the public for Caesar's death. Then Antony will enter with Caesar's body. So exactly that has been done by Antony. Now Brutus, here comes his body mourned by Mark Antony, who though he had no hands in his death. So Brutus clears it to the public, clearly says it to the public that Antony is bringing the dead body. He is mourning over the death of Caesar, but at the same time he has no hands, means he has no role. He has not participated in the killing of Caesar. Shall receive the benefit of his dying. Shall receive the benefit means shall receive the advantages arising from his dying, a place in the commonwealth. A place in the here commonwealth means a free republic. Commonwealth means the right to live in free republic. That is called commonwealth. Democracy, where there is no king, no ruler. That is called commonwealth. Benefit of dying, that after he wants to point out that Antony was very close friend of Caesar. But if Caesar lived, then Antony would have also become a slave. So now he will get the advantage of living in a free republic, no ruler to dominate. As which of you shall not? And it's not only Antony, but all of you will get this advantage out of Caesar's death, that you all are now free citizens. With this I depart. My speech has ended. This is where how much I wanted to speak, how much I wanted to tell you. That as I slew my best lover, my best friend, for the good of Romans, I have the same dagger for myself. For myself, the same punishment. Caesar died because he was becoming dangerous for Rome. He was becoming a great risk for people's freedom. Had Caesar been alive, your all freedom would have been at stake. So the same punishment, here dagger means he refers to the same killing. The same punishment for myself when it shall please my country to need my death. If there be a reason for killing me, or my dying will do benefit or good to Rome, then definitely I am ready to face the dagger. Then all, live Brutus, live, long live Brutus. There is no question of murdering Brutus. First plebeian, bring him with triumph home unto his house. See the rejoicing, they are convinced. This line shows that people are convinced. They are saying, bring him with victories. So, to his, let us celebrate this victory, that really they have killed a tyrant, and make a procession, victory procession, and take him home, take him to his house. Second plebeian, give him a statue with his ancestors. There are, as we have learnt about in the previous acts about Junius Brutus. Cassius has mentioned this name while, flattering Brutus. Rome is having statues of Brutus's ancestors. They all were patriotic soldiers. So they say, second plebeian is saying to construct a statue with his ancestors. Third plebeian is saying, let him be Caesar. Let him be Caesar. Give him the power of Caesar. Give him the position of Caesar. Caesar was supposed to be the king. Caesar was supposed to become a king. So now let us make Brutus our king. Fourth plebeian, Caesar's best part shall be crowned in Brutus. Because Caesar also has good qualities. Several good qualities like Caesar. So let us crown him as king. First plebeian, we will bring him to his house with shouts and clamors. Here shouts and clamors means we will be shouting for his victory. We will be making noise or shouting, giving him a cheer. We will cheer for him. Brutus, my countryman. Second plebeian, peace, silence. Brutus speaks. So he starts to speak again. And the second plebeian makes everybody silent. First plebeian, peace, ho, peace, please be quiet. Brutus, good countrymen, let me depart alone. Let me leave the stage alone. Please don't come with me. Don't follow me. Why? Because and for my sake stay. Please obey me. You all, if you all love me, then listen to me. For me, please stay here with Antony. Antony is here with Caesar's body. He also has to say something. So please stay here. Do grace to Caesar's corpse, dead body. Do grace means here show honor. This is his funeral. Next we'll have his funeral. So before funeral, please pay your respect, pay your homage to Caesar's dead body. And grace his speech. Grace his speech. Please respectfully listen to Antony. Tending to Caesar's glory. Tending means referring. Now he will be referring to Caesar's all the achievements, all the success, all the good work that Caesar has done will now be spoken by Antony, which Mark Antony by our permission. By our permission we have only allowed to say those things. So this side shows Brutus that nothing which Antony will speak is against our wish. So Antony's speech is our speech because he will speak what we wanted. So by our permission is allowed to make. I do entreat you, request you, not a man depart. Please don't leave this meeting. Save I alone. Save I alone only. Save means except. Except only I will leave till Antony have spoke. So till Antony have finished his speech, I request you stay here, listen to the Caesar's glories and let me go. And Brutus exits. So as I told you, 5 parts this explanation will come. So this will be continued, and if you have liked my explanation, please share it with your friend and subscribe my channel, and very thank you for watching this video. Meet you in the next video. Thank you and bye.